What's good, folks? This is the Poet Warrior, Mr. Grimes, back from the future. Here we go with another video. So, today I would probably be checking out the Hendrix Museum in London. But unfortunately, because of this crazy virus thing, that ain't happening. So I thought I'll share a few, thoughts on Jimi Hendrix. And one particular thought I wanted to talk about was, I believe that in the 80s, he would have definitely brought through some groundbreaking albums that would have gone beyond time during the whole decade of the 80s. That's what I believe personally. In terms of the sounds, it would be an album that when people hear it, they'll be like, wow, this doesn't sound like it came out in the 80s. That's how creative I believe that Jimi Hendrix would have gone during the time of that period. And he would have probably done some great stuff in the 90s as well, and in the early 2000s. But particularly in the 80s, I think it would be so ahead of its time that, people would be like blown away by it. But that's just how I feel, and that's really it, really. I mean, it's just my opinion. But I get that vibe that he would have created some real masterpieces in the 80s. Yet we lost someone that was, very talented and maybe even misunderstood at times as well. Especially living in that era, I can imagine a lot of slack that he would get for his dress sense and the music that he's playing, from people that didn't really like that sound. They would just say it's a load of noise. But look at where he's at today in terms of, his spirit, in terms of his essence. He's very much appreciated. So that's all I wanted to really say. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. And if you get a chance, check out the Handel and Hendrix Museum, obviously when things are back to normal. It's good to go and check it out if you're in London. So as always, F the beef, increase the peace. Happy birthday, Mr. Hendrix, wherever you are. Keep on rocking on in this galaxy. Peace.
It's 10 steps forward when you're moving backwards, living in a paradox. You got so much power, but you're powerless, living in a paradox.